Sweetie Pie, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you've never seen my face before. Hi, I'm Sweetie Pie, aka Melissa, aka Sweetie Pie, aka you guys are all my sweeties. So yeah, that's Sweetie Pie. That's the reasoning. Haven't had anybody ask me why, but yeah, that's why. Anyway, guys, today we're gonna be a little negative. So I was thinking about the video I wanted to do for my 4th day of 10 days of videos, and I wanted to talk about some products that I have recently not been using because I don't like them anymore, or I haven't been able to get them to work for me anymore. You know, it's just a myriad of reasons why products just don't work for you anymore. So yeah, guys, today I'm going to talk about, how many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to talk about 8 products that have been not working for me anymore. So if you guys would like to see those 10 products, then stay tuned. Do not forget to subscribe to my channel. I am waiting. You just go down there. You see, look down there, and there should be a button, and it'll say subscribe. You're gonna do that, all right? Yeah. All right, guys. All right, guys. So, I love all these brands. By the way, I did want to touch on that. I know people can be very intense about things that they love, and these products, some of them are older products, some of them are brand new products that I have gotten like recently, and they just, they just don't work for me for the one reason or another. Makeup is very personal, and do not forget that. So, we're gonna go into my first product, which is something that everybody loves. And I'm not big on the hype right now because I cannot get this product to work for me. And it is the POREfessional. Now, this is the only size I've ever had in the POREfessional. I've had this for about 4 months or so now, maybe a little bit longer, and I've used up the entire container. There is there is probably a teeny little bit left. Yeah, I could probably get like 2 more applications out of this, but in all honesty, I am just going to put it in the empties bag, and I will probably put it in a empties and kind of just talk about why I didn't really like it. Pore filling primers, I haven't really found one that really does well for my skin yet, that really fills in my pores. I think I'm going to try a Jackie Aina thing soon, just as a little, what am I trying to say? Like a little experiment. And I'm going to try and put a pore filling primer on my face. I'm going to tap it on my face, and then I'm going to put some translucent powder over top of it and see if that can really fill in my pores. Now, obviously, you do not want to be doing that every single day, but for like filming or like going to special events, Christmas parties, New Year's, blah, 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 it would be really nice to be able to cover up these pores as much as possible. So yes, that is something that I've never been able to get work for me, even though it is a cult classic. Alright, the second thing I wanted to talk about is this Tarte Pro Glow Liquid Illuminator, and it is in Stunner. This is, I never really took myself as someone that didn't like a lot of like glitter or shimmer in my highlight, but this is just, I don't know, it's chunky, and it is looking like a gold highlight, and then it has silver glitters in it. Every time I actually did it today just to remind myself of how much I didn't like it. I would usually put my foundation on, and while my foundation's still damp and I've done my cream bronzer and everything like that, I would take my beauty blender or take a stippling brush and try to stipple this on all the areas. And the second you put powder over top of that, it just looks so weird. And I've tried putting it over top of powder, and it kind of pulls at my powder. I don't like this, and I won't be buying the full size. Some people are like, oh, sometimes the full size is different. I'm not spending the money to find out that the full size is exactly the same. So yeah, guys, that was one product that just did not work for me. Alright, another product that I was really upset about is this. This is The Ordinary. This is their full coverage foundation, or their high coverage foundation formula. The funny thing about that is that they have a serum foundation, and I'm not into oily or serum-y foundations. It's just not my thing. I more, go towards like the mattifying type of foundations. Even though I can sometimes have dry skin, I do prefer those over oily foundations. I feel like they just go everywhere, and if I try to powder them down, I get like cake face bad. And this foundation is super, super serumy. Like, oh, I'm going to try not to get this all over me. I do shake it up. And I hope you can hear that. It is super, like, liquidy. And then as you can see, like, it's just running down my hand. Now, this is nice coverage, and they have so many shades. Like, I'm just going to try to dot this out on my hand for you guys. Like, you can see there's a ton of coverage there. And I would love it if it was just a little bit more mattifying. It's just, yeah, it's just too oily for me. Every time I've tried to use it, it's been kind of a mess. And I can mix it in with, I do like to mix it in with one of my favorite foundations. It also mixes well with the Fenty foundation to make it matter. But I cannot use it on its own. And I was so disappointed because I love The Ordinary. I love, love, love The Ordinary. I need to get something to wipe this off my hands. So yeah, guys, the next one that I want to talk about is something that I still love, but there's something wrong with the packaging that I don't know if they really thought about. So this is the Physicians Formula Super BB hashtag Insta Ready, their bronze stick, and it looks like this. And the way this works is it has a twister, and you essentially twist it up, and it has 3 sections. It has a contour, it has a bronze, and it has a highlight. And what you're supposed to do is go across your cheek like this, and then you have your bronzer, you have your contour, and you have your highlight. And I love this stick. I used to use this stick constantly. Now, it's a tiny bit on the bronzier side, but over time, I used it the exact way they tell you to, is if you want more contour, to go in with the side and do this. But now I'm having an extremely hard problem because, like, it's hard to do, right? It has become completely blunt, so anytime I go down like this, I get no contour, and then the more I do this, I'm going to be cutting into the bronzer. So I love this stick, and I'm going to continue to use it as much as I possibly can because the stick is beautiful, and even the contour is pretty nice. Like, it's very like light, but it's still a contour. I don't want like, or still a highlight. I really don't want like a blinding highlight in one of these anyway. And I like the bronzer because it's not too orange and it's not too gray toned. So it's kind of like you're getting like a lighter contour with the darker contour. It's hard to explain, but yeah, I've had a lot of good days with this. I just think that they weren't really thinking with the packaging. I think it would have been even better if they could have found a way to almost make it like one of those pens where the ink comes up, where they could have cut all 3. So cut this one and cut this one, and then had like one little thing that you could just go click and then do, and then one would come up, click, go over, one would come up, click, go over, one would come up, and then you could just use the sticks. But that is the packaging, and that is why I'm not super in love with this product anymore. All right, what do we got next? All right, so we've got this e.l.f. Soft Luminous setting powder. Yes, it's their setting powder. They never put anything in, so unless you keep the box, you're done. But yes, this is the e.l.f. Illuminating Setting Powder, and it is a pink setting powder that gets absolutely everywhere every time you open this. Every time, it just flies everywhere. Like, I guarantee you can see it. Whew, flying around. And it looks like this. It is just a pink powder, but this has so much shimmer in it. I used it today and I was just like, oh my gosh, like the shimmer is intense. I don't think you can so much see it on camera, but you can definitely see it on my face. And the reasoning behind this being so freaking messy, like I have to wipe this off and blow away the powder so it doesn't get all over the place. I'm almost thinking about just getting rid of this. It's intense to have to clean this up every time I use it. So I'm not happy with that either. Alright, two things that I actually did reviews on, and I'll try to find the video and put it up here, are these Essence face palettes. So this one is the Light Up Your Face Luminizing palette, and this is the Shape Your Face contouring palette. Now, the problem with these is that I have grown in makeup. Even in the past year, my highlighting game has gone from 0 to a billion, and I've found so many beautiful highlighters, and these just aren't wowing me anymore. They're still pretty and everything, it's just I've hit some hard pan on one of them, and it still swatches and it still goes on a brush pretty well, but I'm just gonna do some quick swatches. Ugh, got some craziness going on here. They're not really much of anything, to be perfectly honest. They're a little bit powdery now. They're not quite as smooth, but I am going to try and use this. And what I'm going to try and do is, for days where I'm just like going to work, I'm going to try my best. I'm going to try and use this. How many times am I going to say I'm going to try? Oh my god. Okay, I'm going to use this one as an under eye setting powder maybe tomorrow and just try it out and see how it works. And this highlight has glitter in it, so I'm not super in love with that one. And this one is okay, but it's just super subtle. Like, these are even more subtle than their oh, what is that highlighter called? I'll put it right down below. It's one of their best highlighters. I love that highlighter, but like these ones just don't wow me. They're not as buttery as that highlighter is. I'm not happy with this anymore. So chances are this will get decluttered out of my collection to my niece, who just loves me because I've just been giving her makeup like crazy. And the other palette in this is the Shape Your Face palette, and it looks like this. This bronzer is beautiful. It is creamy. It is awesome. I have so many bronzers that I haven't been using it. The middle shade, which is for an under eye brightener, is okay, but I don't find it to be anything like super awesome special. I'm gonna try and use it up though, because I don't mind these two, but this blush, like, there's like nothing to it. There's nothing to it. There's absolutely nothing to that blush. It comes out kind of chunky and gross, and yeah, I don't know. I loved these in the beginning, and I used them a lot, but I found better. I found better. Alright, last but not least, guys, is something that I don't even want to show because I'm just kind of downhearted about this, and it is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Blush Kit in Gradient. There's only one shade in here that I am just disappointed in, and it happened to be the shade that I was most excited about, and it is this one, Dusk. It is super gray. I understand that a lot of people are going to be like, duh. Of course you didn't like this palette. It's not the palette I didn't like. These right here are amazing. Like, this as a bronzer is absolutely phenomenal. And what I absolutely love doing, and what I actually did today to get this contour, is by mixing the two. Like mixing Dusk and mixing, what is this, chocolate? Yes. So mixing Dusk and chocolate, oh my gosh, such a beautiful. But I'm always trying to use this shade on its own to do contouring, and it gets so muddy and gross. I think I did a get ready with me. If I can find it, I will post it up here. Thought my lipstick was getting all over my mouth. I will try and post it right up here. It was just going so muddy on me, and I was like, oh no. So I'm gonna keep using this, and I'm gonna keep trying to get this one to just work on its own as a contour. But I think it is a dark palette. It is definitely a dark palette. If you are any like lighter than I am, I wouldn't even go there, because honestly, you'll be using these for eyeshadows. Alright guys, well, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please do not take personally any of these products that I don't like if you absolutely love them. A lot of these products I did like at one time. It's just sometimes you fall out of love in products, and that is just the way it goes. Alright, so thank you guys so much for watching my video. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Remember, I'm watching. I want you to subscribe. And yeah, I love you guys so much. Comment down below, you guys. What are you guys doing for New Year's? How is your you know, Christmas gone so far. I know that it is after Christmas Day. Yeah, I think it's probably like 2 days after Christmas Day. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed your Christmas. Mwah! I love you guys. See you later.